Yeah. I feel like I owe you an explanation about what happened, the last time when I just kind of disappeared on you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to bring it up, but it would be nice.
Yeah. You remember, hearing about my brother, right?
Yeah.
It, it didn't go the way they said. He didn't just, die unexpectedly. It's unexpected to me, but it wasn't unexpected to other people. You know what I mean? I told you about how my dad was a capo, right? He was in the life.
Mm-hmm.
So is my brother, he'd disappear from time to time, and I always knew something was up because we were close knit. We went everywhere together. Remember, he would always drop me off, or I'd go with them to whatever fucking party or place he was going to. And as soon as I moved to KC, I realized something was different because he stopped bringing me everywhere. He and my pops would be like, "Oh, we have somewhere we have to go," and they'd leave me with my stepmom. Now Lizzie, my stepmom, and she's real nice. She's lovely, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I could not stand being left with her. Holy shit, she annoyed the fuck out of me. Annoyed the fuck out of me. She was one of those people who, she wasn't Italian, but she had the thing for Italian. It was almost like a fetish to her, She loved the fact that my dad was so Italian that she just fucking grabbed onto it
Right.
and stuck. Anyways, that was their anniversary, so I was pretty happy because I finally would have time with my brother alone, and we could catch up on the series we were watching. Pretty sure we were watching Mad Men at the time. You ever watch Mad Men?
Yeah.
I didn't get very far into it. We were starting from new, so I'd watched the first episode over and over and over again because we always kept starting from fresh. Because I could never get past the first episode without something distracting us, like he getting called away, or I don't know, me getting a call from Candy or Addie or something. So we'd always rewatch it. So there we were. I was. He was setting it up on the TV. I was in the kitchen getting us our popcorn, and our typical thing. I always loved popcorn with chocolate inside of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then pour myself a nice glass of wine. Granted, I already had half a bottle at that point. I was pretty fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Just as much of a lightweight as ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I still remember his voice. I heard something. you know, but I thought he had just dropped. You know how my dad loved those art books. He'd always have them on the coffee table.
Yeah.
I thought he had just knocked it over or something like that, because I heard a huge bang, and you know, me and my drunk mind, I didn't think much of it. Because back then there was nothing to worry about, you know. All I had to worry about is next time I would see you, or the next party I was going to, or all that bullshit. I was wrong. The bang that I heard wasn't Chris dropping something or anything. It was someone breaking down the door. I don't know how they did it. Fucking hell. One of those heavy oak doors, but you know, they were able to kick through, or maybe they used a fucking shimmy or something. I have no idea. No idea how they got in. So I remember his voice. I'm just being like, hey, Emily, stay in the kitchen and don't move. I was there pouring my wine, and I was like, well, I'm in the kitchen already. Of course I'm not gonna fucking move. The wine's here. You know? Ready to drink my fucking wine. I was like, are you being a fucking idiot? Of course I'm here. That's all he said, is just don't move. Stay there. And not even a whole minute goes by before before I hear these fucking shots ring out. You know, I heard gunshots before when I was in New York living with my mom. I've heard them, but I've never heard them so close before. And I've never felt so scared. You know, 'cause in your mind, all you can think about is just the truth of the matter. The truth of it all is just, you know, the second you take a step forward, the second I left that kitchen, I'd known what happened, and all I could hope is that the shots came from him, and that it didn't come from whatever the fuck that bang was. But it was wrong. They didn't come from him. You know, you ever been paralyzed and fucking fear? Can't fucking move. I just stood there holding my wine glass up to my face like a fucking mook. I just stood there. And I didn't do anything. I couldn't call anyone. I couldn't do anything. I didn't even know what happened to him, you know, until it was about 3 guys. I remember very, very fucking vividly. 3 guys entered the kitchen, and I'm just standing there with my fucking wine in my hand. Fucking idiot.
No.
No, I was a fucking idiot. I stood there, didn't try and hide or nothing, 'cause
I didn't know what was going on. When you did, you know, you're not a fucking idea, no. easy to say what you should have done and what you shouldn't have done after the fact. It's different in the moment. It's always different in the moment.
Yeah. You know, you know how in movies they have these moments where something like that happens, and it's like you're hearing the person talk, but your brain isn't making sense of what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. I was having my own little fucking movie moment. 3 men all talking intermittently to each other. I assumed they were telling me to fucking get down or turn around or something. I couldn't do anything. I was paralyzed. I just stood there. Like a fucking idiot. I just stood there. Like I didn't know what to do. And these motherfuckers come and they bound my hands and picked me up. At that moment I started screaming, obviously, hoping Chris would hear me or something. You know, hoping that he'd have his own little movie moment. Even if he was hurt, he'd get up and try and help me, you know, wanting to protect his baby sister. But he didn't come. I guess they got tired of my screaming because they gagged me so that I'd stop. Almost to be expected, to be honest. See, if it was me now, I do things very differently because I know better. I know. I mean, I'm no expert or anything, but I at least know how to stay calmer in these types of situations, right? Anyway, so they had put me down and they gagged me and then they picked me back up. And I struggled. I struggled as much as I could. God, if you could have seen the fucking burns on my wrist after that. The amount of aloe vera I had to use. Look.
You put it in the fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. They started walking me out, you know. And of course, you know how it was. It was the little hallway leading up to the entryway, and then joined to that little hallway was a living room, and then kind of like this in the sense that the living room was attached to the kitchen, right?
Mm.
The thing is that the kitchen was around the corner from the hallway. So I didn't see who was in that hallway. I didn't know what happened. But they picked me up and they were walking me out. And as I'm struggling, you know, your eyes are open and closed, trying to fucking break free. All that bullshit, and and the 1 second I look over and all I see is red. Close my eyes and I open them again, and brother. Lying there. His face just... almost unrecognizable. To be honest, because it was so red from the blood, from the gun, but it's also so pale, and it's a feeling that I wouldn't worse. It's the feeling that you wouldn't wish your worst enemy. Seeing someone who was, you know, he wasn't just a brother to me. He was my best friend.
No, I know.
He wasn't supposed to be ripped away from me like that.
I wish I know. I feel like such a douchebag.
You didn't know on purpose. I didn't tell anyone on purpose. I only told anyone who knew who my father was, what he was, on purpose. Anyways, long story short, they took me somewhere. Obviously, I kept trying to talk through my gig, and I didn't like it very much. So they'd hit me anytime I made a peep. I guess one of them called my pa because they were gonna use me as either, I don't know, fucking bait or negotiation or ransom or some shit like that. I don't know. To this day, I don't know even why they took me in the first place, who these motherfuckers were. All I know is, one guy, you know, I thought he was trying to be nice, so he ungagged me. Got into a little conversation. I was trying to figure out what was happening. You know, I think he was trying to be nice. I don't even know what I said to piss him off. You know how I am. Fucking vocal even when I'm not supposed to be.
It's your biggest flaw. I feel like such a douchebag though. I blamed everything on you whenever you disappeared, and I had no idea. Oh, I thought. You know, with my mom passing, you know, I was in a bad place, and you know, I thought you just didn't want to deal with it. I was so mad. So angry. No, I felt like, you know, I was the problem. When in reality, you know, I wasn't. And I didn't know how to deal with it. And, you know, I went down a path that, I know, I'm glad I'm not on that path anymore. But now I know, you know, I know I feel like, you know, I was being selfish.
You didn't know, you know. take those feelings on. Because regardless of the matter, you know, you're here now and I'm here now, and now we at least know some of the story. I mean, some good things come from it, right? It was a bad time. It was horrible, but I got to actually really know my father after that. And it's how I met Johnny, you know. My pops, he got Johnny and his crew to come and get me. And now look where that got me. My own fucking capo spot.
Look at that.
I just really hope he'd be proud of me. I don't think it. I think he'd really not want me to be here. Not in this position or life or anything, but I think he was more scared of me not being protected than of me succeeding at something else, you know what I mean?
No, I get that.
I don't know.
It's good he looked after even though he was gone. My dad never got the chance to do that.